The difference between people making consistent sales with AI and those who are not has nothing to do with talent or luck. It's knowing which products are in demand. Today, we're going to discover 3 products you can easily make with AI that buyers cannot get enough of. Seriously, by this time tomorrow, you could be selling your first one. You don't need to work harder to make money with AI. You just need to create what people are actually looking for. Stop wasting time on oversaturated markets and start focusing on these products that buyers are actively searching for right now. And by the way, my name is Jim Shirley. I help people get going with making money online with digital products, affiliate marketing, and AI. I've got a free community where you can get all the prompts and cool stuff that I talk about today and in all my videos, and you can get it all for free. Plus, there's lots of cool people in there, and you get one-on-one access to me to ask questions and that sort of thing. The link to join is down in the description, so we'll see you inside of there. A lot of people will tell you to go ahead and let AI do the work to find out what are going to be winning products. That's not bad advice per se, but AI is not real capable of doing one thing which is critical for this type of research. I'll tell you what that is here in just a second. But the other thing is that a lot of us, myself included, sometimes go out and create products that we want to create, the stuff that we think will do well. And most of the time when I've done that, it turns out to be wrong. If I could go back in time and start over again, I'd take this advice that I'm sharing today and forget about doing what I think is going to work. Okay, that thing that I mentioned a minute ago, that thing that AI is not real capable of yet, well, that is understanding what the market's doing right now. Like, what are the trends? Of course, AI can tell us about evergreen topics, which, by the way, evergreen means the stuff that's always in demand as far as products go, like how to lose weight, how to make money, how to invest, and that sort of thing. But AI can't really tell us what are the breakout topics within those big niches right now. And that's okay. I think hot trends like those I'm going to share in just a second are valuable, but at the same time, it can be exhausting to be constantly chasing after new trends and trying to create products around all that crazy trending stuff. So you do want to find some balance there between what's super hot right now and what is evergreen. And that's what I'm showing you today. 3 products that are both hot trends right now, but also something that are evergreen as well, in that they're going to be around for a long time. These are things that you can take and create a product with AI and start selling later today or even tomorrow. They're hot in their respective markets right now, and you definitely want to jump on this. So let's jump over here to my screen. I'm going to grab my pen. This is an email I got from Google this week, okay? And basically, one of the hot topics that's happening right now, I'm outlining it right now, is that people are in search of stress relief, okay? They're in search of things that help them reduce chronic stress. And they're looking for things like breathing for stress. Okay, cortisol is also a big one right now. So these are things that you can actually find over in Google Trends. And I'm going to actually show you some cool stuff that you can search on here after I finish talking about the other couple of things that I've got for you. Okay, so stick around for that. We'll kind of finish up the video with that. So stress relief. Now, this is something which you or I can go and work with AI on, and we can create a PDF course. Like, we could create a mini product. We could create something that's like a 3-day email course. We could do all sorts of different things. So if you think about going back to my video where those 2 guys made $70K in 26 days, watch that video, because you could kind of follow that same pattern that those guys did with this topic. Okay, so you could basically start building a list based on some stress related topics by creating a simple PDF that gives away like 10 ways to reduce stress right now. Give that away, build your list. You could create that using like Leads Creator AI, which is something I'll link to down in the description and we talk about inside the community. So it's like a real easy way to create a giveaway and at the same time kind of build in that form so you can collect people's email address right in one system, so you don't have to sort of deal with a bunch of tech hurdles. Anyway, that's something you could do. Build a list, survey those folks about some of the things that they would actually pay for help with in terms of reducing their stress. Okay, build a little course around that, and then within 26 days, like these guys did, you could basically do like a weekend launch of your product to this list that you've been building and help them out, right? And we can get AI to do a ton of the heavy lifting on creating that product for us. The options are unlimited there, right? All right, that is our first one. So we'll create a course. We'll create a PDF giveaway. All right, and we can run with that. Now our number 2 option, this is something that I saw on Etsy in some keyword research that I was doing, okay? And the third one is actually also for Etsy, but these are things you could also do on Shopify or just kind of sell on your own. But the number 2 thing, so you know that we've all been talking about creating images all over YouTube, all over the internet, creating action figures, social media stuff. We can create all of that stuff with ChatGPT images. We can use like Leonardo, we can use Canva. One of the things that we haven't talked about is some of the other things that you can do with images, right? And so this is a good one, all right? This one is Bookmarks. Okay, so I happened to just stumble across this one inside of Etsy, but what's happening right now is there are people over there selling digital images that relate to funny sayings and stuff like that on book that people can print out as bookmarks, okay? Funny sayings. Now, if you kind of search into this a little bit, you'll find that there's some other stuff that people are looking for, like, I don't even know, like just adult stuff, right, on their bookmarks, but they want some interesting things and they want to be able to print this out and kind of make their own funny bookmarks. And so we don't actually have to sell them a physical bookmark. We can just sell them a digital image. So I just want you to wrap your head around the fact that your image doesn't have to be a square for Instagram. Your image that you can create in ChatGPT or in Canva or anywhere else can be something that's like long and skinny and just have some words on it that relate to funny things that book readers are like to have on their bookmarks. Or maybe it's got little like cat images on there, or whatever, right? But it's just an untapped niche right now. I won't say untapped. I mean, there's definitely competition in there, but compared to everything else right now, bookmarks is not the thing. All right, so that is something which you can definitely jump into. And so check it out. All right, number 3 is going to be along these same lines. It's a little more generic. I want to share this one to you, especially all my people out there who are thinking about Etsy, thinking about some of these digital stores and stuff like that. What are some of the keywords we've been talking about when it comes to digital stuff that we sell online, right? The keywords are always digital, right? They're always like online. They're printable, all right? And what are some characteristics about these words? These are all massively, massively competitive keywords. So if you and I go and try to create listings right now on Etsy or any other place, Shopify, or on our own stores to rank on Google or whatever, and we're using these keywords, it's like the competition is nuts. Okay, so then we have to really niche down and we have to do all this stuff. Well, let me share some keywords that I think are super uncompetitive relative to these, okay? And you may just want to include these keywords into your listings to help kind of surface your listings in front of people, the same people who are buying this stuff, okay? So I'm going to give you that list right now. Okay, so the first one, and I think the hottest one, is P&G. All right, so believe it or not, if you jump over to Etsy, let's just do that right now. All right, let's just go. I've got this in an incognito window so that it's not influenced by any of my stuff on my Etsy channel. And if I go like this, P&G. Hey, there you go. Etsy seems to know all about this keyword, and they've got all these pre-created search terms in here that people are already searching for, right? So the thing about PNG is when you create an image in ChatGPT, the format that it comes out in is PNG format. Okay, so like you don't even have to do anything with these. Typically, the thing about PNG files is that this is the image format that supports transparent backgrounds. So you will see, like if you search this up on Etsy right now, then what we're going to see are some things that are like, okay, let's skip by these. These are ads, the first ones here. So those aren't people that are actually ranking for anything there, but they are advertising to this keyword. Okay, but the thing about PNGs is that they have a transparent background, so that makes them good for people to use if they wanted to go and like put the image on a t-shirt or put it on a coffee mug or that kind of thing, right? So it just makes it so that just the image is there and there's no white background or something like that. So when we think about PNG images, it doesn't have to be that the background is empty, but that's just a common use case for it. So you can look through there, but you'll see as you scroll through that there's all sorts of different images that are listed under PNG, and why not have that as a keyword in your listings, okay? Just because these kinds of people are also looking for whatever it is you're selling, I bet. Now, there are some other keywords, so let's go back to our whiteboard here because I want to talk about a couple of others here. All right, so SVG, another good keyword that you can include. SVG files are a special kind of file where it's like doesn't pixelate basically when you resize the image. So a lot of logos that designers create are made in SVG format because it scales. It's like a vector. And so you can scale it to whatever size you want and it never kind of pixelates. Okay, but SVG, good keyword. And if you know how to make SVG, or you could look into how to make them, then there's a niche for you, right? PDF, okay, that's another easy one. Or how about JPEG? So those are just other keywords, kind of alternatives to these super hot ones, printables, online, digital, listing keywords that everyone is using, and it's so hard to rank for. If you can sort of integrate these keywords into your listings, then I think that gives you a heads up. Okay, so again, that's just like a hot topic right now, and it's showing up in for whatever reason. When I looked in my Etsy analysis tool, it's like PNG is showing up as like a popular search term right now, and so let's capitalize on that. Right? We can use that to help our listings get some visibility. Okay, so those are the three. Now, the last thing I promised was I would show you how to, let's just move this up. Okay, number 4 here is I'm going to help you find ways to look at these trends, all right, over in the Googles. All right, so let's just write that out. We'll leave that there in case we need to make any notes. And all right, let's go over here. Now, here was the one that related to that email, how to lower stress. Okay, this is a great keyword, how to. Okay, so like if I just search up how to in all categories, and you can do this for any country. Okay, you can do this worldwide, you can do it for your particular country. We can look on web, we can look on images, we can look in YouTube and that kind of thing. All right, so there's a ton of good data here. But as soon as I have how to there, then down here at the bottom, we're going to get kind of states where it's trending, but we're also going to see related queries. All right, so this stuff, related topics, sometimes it's useful, sometimes it's not. But these queries, these are just search queries. All right, so here's that how to lower cortisol. We saw that in the email. All right. And of course, how to train your dragon. There's always a lot of like movie related stuff in the Google searches, but we can click on this how to lower your cortisol and learn more about it, right? We can see in-depth keywords like ashwagandha, ganda. benefits of that, right? We can see like some of these things are probably relating to like how to lower your cortisol. And the same thing will happen with the stress, how to lower your stress stuff. So these are basically topics for your course, topics for your PDF giveaway to build your list to kind of start chasing after this. So just wanted to show that to you. This is just a free to use site. So hey, anyway, I'll stop it there. Just wanted to share these ideas with you. I think the possibilities are endless out there, and you don't have to feel like you're creating the same exact thing as everybody else. You can really just do a little digging beyond what AI can do. Use your HI, the human intelligence, and go out and find some trends that kind of fit within these broader topics and really kind of capitalize on that for your business. Okay, so I hope that works for you. I hope that helps you out. And if it did, please give this video a like. All right, and why not subscribe to the channel? Join me up in that free community. The link is down in the description. Love to have you on board in there. And I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hey, there's a couple videos probably popping up on the screen right now. Check them out. Lots of good stuff, and we'll see you around.